Hello everyone and welcome back to Saxlingham, the class farm. I am on my way to the shop because, if you can recall, we got a big field full of silage bales. I think it was 250 silage bales we got, so I could use autoload, but I'm not gonna do that. I've bought myself a bale trailer with the pickup, so we're gonna use that instead. Of course we're gonna do that, and it is right there. They have brought it out in the snow. That is quite amazing. Not that it's snowing, I don't like the snow, but it is amazing the trailer are here. I hope you all are doing very well. Let's see if we can do this. There we go. Nice. And welcome to all my new subscribers. It is so amazing that you guys are here. Thank you so much. Now let's see if we can do this. I have decided to sell those bales we got here so we can get a little bit of money boost on the bank account, because there is a production I really want to have. And we got a lot of silage bales back on the farm, so that is amazing. Yeah, my plan was to make a time lapse out of this, but I don't want to do that when it's snowing, you know, because then I think it will be more confusing to look at than it is good to look at, that's for sure. But right now we got the first trailer load. That is pretty darn amazing. I cannot drive out there because there is quite of an edge down to the road, so we need to drive this way here. We got in total here 1,375,000 liters of silage on this field. That is pretty darn amazing. And we right now got 158,000. So let's see what we're gonna get when all this is sold. That is, yeah. And I think I'm just gonna sell it down at the sell everything container, because the price is basically the same all over the map, but the sell everything container, it is close. So that is amazing. So as you can see, the money is going up. We're gonna get just around 50,000 for each load, and this is load number 4. So that is pretty darn amazing. I've also thought about, I got a production where I can make methane and electric charge out of some silage as well. So we're gonna do that also. So I'm not gonna sell everything, but I think we can sell at least 2 more loads, because even though I have removed 96 bales, then there is a lot. Is so many bales. So maybe 2, maybe 4 loads we still can remove from the field. But I don't like to play, and I definitely not like to record in snow. That is the reason why I'm jumping a little bit and just give you some heads up here and there. As you can see, we got a lot of bales still. That is pretty darn insane. Just almost just driving, you know, up and down like the forage harvester did. Follow the track, such to say. Okay, this is load number 8, and we have passed 500,000, and when this is sold, we're gonna pass 560,000. That means we have earned 400,000 on those bales. That is pretty darn insane, and as you can see, we still got not a lot. It starts to be empty actually, but the last bales I'm gonna put in my production. I think we got some bad FPS here because the snow. I hate the snow. But yeah, that's the way it is, right? This time of the year, we're gonna drive up to the selling point and sell those bales here. The rest of the bales will go into Cavalier Roy's production in there with the green roof right there. So we can make some digestate and methane, also electric charts. That is awesome. We also still got some silage in here in the bunkers that we need to put in the BGA. There we go. Now, when you look at this, on a PC you have to press the Y button when you have to unload those bales, and it annoys me because my keyboard is roughly 50 centimeters from where I'm sitting. So now I finally got a keybind here on my joystick, and look at that. That is really amazing. We're gonna unload and then we can follow along here. We should hit 560. I hope. The production is not that expensive. Look at that, 561. That is amazing. And you probably have seen the production on the thumbnail. It was released yesterday, the 14th of October. So yeah, you got that right. This is recorded the 15th of October. ABO, always beacon on. This is the last bales going in to the trailer, and we have sold 8 loads. So we are up to those, was it 561,000, I think it was. And then I have also put 2 loads of silage bales, 270,000 in my production. And I think we're gonna sell those bales here. And as you can see up here, I got a plow, because tomorrow, next month, we can see grass in this field, and that will be our permanent grass field. That is pretty darn amazing. Man, that was a lot of bales. So 8 loads, 9 loads in, no, 10 loads. That is 240 bales plus those we got here. It is 252 bales, guys. That is really insane. I'm just gonna go in here in my homemade road and gate. I don't know if I am able to lower the ground in here because I want to have a little lake actually and some more production, but we're gonna look into that in a little moment. And then I've considered to move my sheep to a bigger sheep barn. I think we're gonna do that as well. But for now, it is us setting the last bales. See what we can get. I think we will go for 580,000 in total. That could be awesome, just to have some money on the bank account, right? There we go. Let's follow along, shall we? Easy 550, 580, sorry, 587. That was amazing. Really nice. I will let the guy plow the field, and then I will see you tomorrow in March so we can start some proper field work. Good morning and welcome to March. Welcome to seeding season here on Saxlingham. It will be a good day. So I have just discovered that after I've started up my computer today, that my upcoming grass field it is not this field because we got some other plan with this area here, but we did actually plow the field last time, but now there is weed and it says needs plowing even though there is a plowing state. So yeah, I don't know what's up to that, but I have a tractor up there now plowing the field again. This field we will change today to not a field but to a area. That will be quite cool, I think, I hope. But now I think it's time to get some field work done. And now, oh, maybe I also should wash this machinery here. I don't know, but look at this. Look at the light. Look at the beacons when I just start the engine. Oh yeah. Turn off the engine? No, it will not turn off, but it will start. That is pretty darn good. It is a mod that's doing that. I can just show you here. It is engine start plus. That is of course a PC only mod. So turn on beacons, yes. Turn off lights with engine. We need to toggle that on. So now it should turn off, right? Oh yeah. Oh, that is so cool. My new favorite mod. So we can A, B, O. There we go. Always beacon on. That is pretty darn nice. But for the job we're gonna do now, will not require this, but it will require the big boy. Not the biggest boy, because the biggest boy is out in the field. Nice. But the area down there next to the farmhouse, we're gonna move all the sheep down there today so they can have some more space, because this is not good. This is not good. We got a load of eggs over here and also over in the shed. So we got a lot of stuff to do. But first of all, we're gonna start this. And we're gonna pick up the cedar, and then we need to plant some sugar beets, but we also need to seed some grass. So I'm gonna make a cinematic where we're gonna seed or plant one of the fields, and we also need to roll. But as far as I remember, I sold my roller. Did I? No, let's check that. I don't think I did that. Run, Mike, run. No, we got the roller right there. That is good. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna hook on this. Do we have a seed and fertilizer? No fertilizer is required, but we need some seed. But I think we got seed enough for this job. Yeah, I think we have that. And I'm gonna start with some sugar beets, because we are plowing the field that we're gonna seed grass in. So we're gonna start with the sugar beet in this field. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna change my mind while we're driving right here. It will not be sugar beet. We're gonna plant potatoes. Because there is a mod I want to try over in my production area next to the shop. And that will require potatoes. So we're gonna do potatoes right here. Lean back, grab a cup of coffee, and enjoy the ride. like the seeding season here, planting season, because you got the feeling that you got a lot of stuff done. That is quite amazing. So we got potatoes in the ground and we are right now seeding our grass field. That is pretty darn amazing. I think that we're gonna use this for feeding the no, we're gonna use this for rolling. yeah, we're gonna do that. So we can roll the potato field right now. I'm just gonna put on a work on that while we are feeding the animals, and then we also got some stuff to sell. Yeah, a byproduct actually. So, and then I need to learn to drive. I can see that. There we go. Look at that. The production where we are making oil right now, we have a byproduct in terms of pig food, and that pig food is the best price in this month, March month, to sell. So we're gonna do that when we have seeded the field up there, because we have to use a little bit bigger tractor for that job. And there she goes. We are rolling the field. That is really good. So over here, I'm trying to run, but I think, there we go, now I can run. We got this silage here we have to use, we have to move the bale, and I have also placed down a ramp, so it should be more easy to dump into the TMR mixer over there. Yeah. Oh, I've totally forgot that I do have a lot of stuff here, so that is pretty darn amazing. Nice, and we got some weight over here. Oh, we also got the 3-point attacher. Yeah, I have totally forgot I got all this because it is quite some time since I have been here the last time. And the cows didn't have any food at all, but we got 14,000 liters in the mixer from the last time. So we're gonna see if it is possible to hit the building. There we go. And see if we can unload some food for the animals. There. It should be possible, right? Yeah, there we go. And that is 14,000 plus, that is... Okay, I think we can have almost one more load in the cow barn. So we're gonna mix one more load, and then we're gonna mix so we got a load in the trailer afterwards. I like to have that. Let me see. I need the other tractor in front of this so we can mix, and then we can use this one here for loading the bales. And then we got the wheel loader over there, the silage over there, so we need to move that with the wheel loader. And just like that, we got the first 10,000 liters. I don't know what we can do, if we have room enough for the TMR mixer there. I hope we can have that. Let's see if we're gonna place this on the ramp. Yeah, oh, I don't know. There we go. Let's see if we can get this in there. I think this will work pretty darn good actually. Oh yeah. That is amazing, guys. Really amazing. So it is a 45,000 liters trailer, and I think we got 10,000 liters more of silage. Then we need some... We need some what? Hay and some straw. Yeah. And there we go. I think it was Northern FarmSim that totally forgot that we could mix okay, that was everything. Okay. I think, no, we can have some more still. I forgot to mix some total mixed ration because we can also give the cows silage, and yes, we can do that, but I think, why can't I not fill the bucket? But I think it is quite cool thing to give the cows total mixed ration. This is not my favorite way to do it, though. I do like some TMR mixers productions, but it is also quite cool, this, I think. There we go. Nice. I think my thumbnail will be all the vehicles that we have bought here on Saxlingham. That could be quite cool to see, I think. So I think we're gonna park this right here, and then I'm gonna wait for the other tractor to be available so that can be on the TMR mixer, and I will see you in a little bit. Okay, so let's see if we can do this. The seeding of the grass is done. Now we just need to roll the field. Ooh. I think we just need to... Oops. We need to follow along here and see what we can do. Right now we got a lot of silage. Uh-oh. There we go. And what will it be now? Now we got hay, we got total mixed ration. That is pretty darn good. But what will it be in the trailer? We got 76%. So if we're gonna put in a straw bale, perhaps. I'm taking out bales for 2 loads, I think, and then and then we can also, we got some hay to put into the sheep barn, but we're gonna first of all move the sheep pasture, not sheep barn, but sheep pasture. I think it calls a sheep pasture. We're gonna move that in a little time lapse in a second. Before we're gonna roll the field, we also need to seed the, not seed the chickens, but we need to feed the chickens. I hope that is okay, what I did right there. Total mixed ration. It seems okay, actually. That was nice. Let's do this, shall we? So, what I was about to say before, we're gonna feed the chickens, and we're also gonna sell some. It is actually pig food. The byproduct is pig food, so we're gonna sell the pig food as well. Yeah, let's do that. Just like that. I don't know if they will take everything here, but we're gonna try. Okay, they took it all. So they got 57,000. I think that is okay. I'm gonna make one more load, and then we can put this to the side in the shed, not to the side, but in the shed again. And this is 11,000 liters of silage, so that should be okay, I guess. And then 2 hay bales and 1 straw bale. I hope that is okay. Oh. Don't do that, Mike. There we go, look at that. Almost like a pro, and we got ABO. Nice. We're gonna take 2 hay bales and then we're gonna take the straw bale, and I think we are good to go then. Regards to the straw, to the bedding, I think we're gonna make some change next time, because we can have a small TMR mixer. It doesn't seem very full actually. Yeah, we can have a small TMR mixer so we can spread the straw like that instead. Oh, too much straw. Oh man, that was good. So we can have... Can we have one more hay bale? Would that ruin everything? I want to save a little bit for on the silage. Yeah, I think we're gonna take one more hay bale. Okay, I think it's gonna take it. Oh, look at the silage. Oh, it is close. But we did it. We did it. Yeah. Amazing. That was really amazing. Look at that. We got total mixed ration with only 2 silage bales. That is pretty darn good. Then we can pop this in here. Don't run into the lime station now, Mike. Don't do that. The 2 pallets over there we can put into storage, and then we're gonna take the hay bales and give to the sheep. But it is first of all in the new sheep pasture that we're gonna make in a little second. Oh man. I think we're good there. Nice. Nice. A lot of stuff have to be done here, right? Yeah, a lot of stuff have to be done. That small bale right there is a little bit annoying, but it is a partial bale. That is the reason why it is out here. I think we can drop them there. Yeah, like that. Let's take care of all the sheep, shall we? We're gonna sell them all, and then we're gonna make ourselves a new sheep area. So I am down here at the sheep. We're gonna sell the sheep, but first of all, oh man, we got a lot of wool. Whoa. First of all, I got a little shout out to Wranglersaurus Rex. I don't know if that is pronounced correct, but I'm gonna put it on the screen because that dude is always so kind to share my videos. That is so amazing. Thank you so much, my friend. It means so much to me. So please go and check out Wranglersaurus Rex, also known just as Rex, and I'm gonna leave his link to his channel down in the description for this video. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, I'm gonna make some more space for you now. I think we can... Is it in the other end we can sell all the sheep? I don't want to move them, you know. I'm gonna take the easy way. Yeah, there we go, look at that. No more sheep in this pasture here. Amazing. Then we can sell it. But first of all, you know what? We're gonna drive down to the new area. I'm gonna sell this off game. We're gonna drive down to the new area because I also got some hay in there I need to take out. I got 100 and... I think it was 120,000 liters of hay. Let's see that. 135,000 liters of hay we got in here, so yeah, I need to take that out. Down here we gonna make this area in here to a combined, not a farmyard, but a sheep pasture and also a place where we can have some greenhouses. I would like to use the original fence here, but yeah, that is not possible in FS25, so we need to place our own fence. And I don't know exactly how we're gonna do that, but we're gonna do it in a time lapse right now. Okay, I think we're gonna try this. As you saw, let's zoom out here a little bit here. I've put in some lights, a tree, and some different decoration here. Maybe I'm gonna do some more. There was a very big bump down here. I've tried to smoothen out. So now we got plenty of room for give the sheep some bales. That is pretty darn nice. I've bought 500 sheep, 250 of each, just to say. Some light brown and some white. I don't know what they call, but look at that. Now they got plenty of room, and I have made myself a road here so I can access some fields down here if that will be necessary over time. As I have told you, I think I'm gonna stay here for quite a while, but then we got a gate right here and we can access to the fields over here. That is pretty darn amazing. And we got double fence, so we are sure that the sheep's not will run away. What do you think about this? Please let me know down in the comment. I think this is very cool indeed. And I think, I don't know with the tree I've set right there, I don't know, but I think we're gonna have a greenhouse or two down here just to make it a little bit more nice to look at. Yeah. You know what? I think we're gonna put down all our drivable machinery down here so I can make a thumbnail, and then we can take a look together when I have done that. So there you have it. This is our fleet. Look at this, all our vehicles. Some big old machinery, that's for sure. Look at the forage harvester and our harvester. I would like to have a bigger harvester over time. That could be quite cool. But right now, just before, when I have sold all the old sheep, I got 603,000. Now we got 227,000. Yeah, I have sold the old pasture as well. So, yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah. That is really amazing. And our little workhorse here, that is cool. So, what I need to do now is I need to feed the sheep down here, and we need to put all the machinery back in the sheds, and then we have to roll the grass field. Yeah. Let's do that. I'm just gonna put all the machinery back here in the sheds off cam. I just want to show you this and then also take a thumbnail. Yeah, it looks pretty darn good. So I have done some nice things down near the sheep. I'm looking forward to show you that, but first of all, we're gonna roll this grass field. And next time, in the next episode, we gonna... I don't know why I'm driving all the way down here, but yeah, that's just what I'm doing. Next time, we're gonna spread some digestate on this grass field, because we got so much digestate that is pretty darn insane. All the vehicles are back from the sheep area. And right here, right now, this is us rolling the grass field. I will see you when I am done. The rolling is done. Now we just need to spread some digestate as I told you, but we're gonna do that in the next episode. I have feed the chickens, so the chickens and the cows are good. Then we need to Yeah, we don't need to put hay bales down to the sheep because they still got the 135,000 liters of hay down there, but I want to put some bales down there. Yeah. But first of all, we gonna... Let me see. We're gonna put the roller in here again. Not much space though. Uh-oh. That was not good. Let's see if we can do it like this instead. But I think first of all, when this roller has been detached from the tractor, we're gonna sell some pig food so we can get a little bit of money back in the bank account again. There we go. Look at that. And then, yes, there we go. We are good. Now, we're gonna look at the roof because it is really nice. We're gonna grab the trailer in here and then we can sell the pig food we got. It is a byproduct. Yeah, we could have some pigs and so on, but there we go. But I think we're just gonna sell it. We also got some oil down at the factory, down at the production, but it is not the best time to sell that yet. But as I also told you a little bit earlier in the episode, March month is the best month to sell food. So we're gonna do that. And when we have done that, then we can bring some hay down to the sheeps, and then I can show you all the new stuff I have done down there. It requires some water, and that area also requires a production up here. Yeah, I think, let me, yeah, okay, we can just drive in from this area here. Yeah, we need to have a production up here that can work together with the area down at the sheeps. So where can I take out the pig food? Is it right here? I think it is. Let me see if we're gonna go into this area. I think it is here. We can just sell it over here near the BGA. Like that. We're gonna close the cover. Yeah, we got the oil there. Maybe we should have some kind of a shed or something down here so we can store it. Yeah, that could be a possibility. Maybe we're gonna place that in the next episode as well. Let's turn on the HUD so we can follow along to see the price for the pig food. It should be pretty darn, but yeah, right there. We're gonna sell and check the price. 112,314. I will take it. That is pretty darn nice. That is pretty darn nice. Then I will bring the trailer here back to the farm, and I have another trailer we have to attach to this tractor here so we can take the hay. No, we're not gonna use this tractor. I think we're gonna use the little one. So right here we got some hay bales. Let me see. I think we're gonna take two Yeah, I did a little test because I thought if I could drive with all 5 bales on the forks, I can lift them, but yeah, they will of course tip over, so that's why I'm gonna use the trailer just right there. That is perfect. Very, very perfect indeed. Now I'm gonna show you what I have done near the sheeps. There we go. We can have over 2,000 sheeps. Look at that. We got greenhouse. We got a greenhouse. We got water, so we can pick up some water for the greenhouse. And then we got the little fairly new cricket production. And there is a production that we can use together with that. I don't normally want to drive down in the water, but it is doable. Look at that. Then we can pick up the water with the tanker here and give the greenhouse some water, but we're gonna do that in the next episode as well. Yeah, all the tire tracks down here, it is gone because there was a mud, there was the water up there I didn't have installed on this safe. So I just installed that so we could do the water. Yeah, what about we could have the bales in here just so it could look a little bit more good, perhaps? I don't know if you can say like that. And I also need to have some decoration down here, I think. Maybe we're gonna do that together, I don't know yet. Or maybe I'm gonna do it off cam. Uh-oh, that was not the way to do it, Mike. And then we can place this down here. Just because it looks good. It can be a part of the decoration. We're gonna hook onto the trailer again. We need to put that up in the shed. Like that. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can get an overview. On the sheeps, looks amazing after my opinion. And then we got those 2 greenhouses up here, the cricket production, and then we got a greenhouse where we can grow some different stuff in there, and the water, it looks good after my opinion. Please let me know down in the comment what you think about that. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the class farm on Saxlingham by FarmSimBriso. I will see you in the next one. Be safe. Bye bye.